Phoenix just turned the entire NASCAR season upside down. Favorites struggled, underdogs shocked everyone, and one driver put on the most dominant performance we've seen in years. If you missed it, don't worry, we've got you covered. Welcome to Race Car Nation Report. If you're a real NASCAR fan who wants daily news and updates, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's get into it. Coming into this past weekend, a lot of people were calling Phoenix the start of the real season, real racing. Real competition. No more crapshoot super speedways or road courses where you can run fifth all day and still end up 33rd because somebody took you out. And honestly, I see where they're coming from. The fast guys were mostly up front, like you'd expect. But there was still plenty of chaos that shook things up in a big way. So today, I'm breaking down 7 things we learned at Phoenix and what they actually mean going forward. Let's get into it. 1 horsepower matters. Going into Phoenix, the talk was that the changes wouldn't be anything dramatic. I'm here to tell you they were wrong. Phoenix was the first oval this season to run the 750 horsepower package, and the difference was clear as day. More tire wear, more passing, more battles for the lead. Now, it wasn't old-school Darlington levels where you're basically done after 5 laps. But if your car wasn't good and you were sitting on worn tires leading a restart, you were going to fall back into the 30s fast. The guys with a strong car could hang on. It reminded me of the 2005 Chicagoland race. Harvick takes 2 tires, Kenseth takes 4, and Kenseth charges all the way up to second, but just runs out of laps. That's exactly what Christopher Bell and Ryan Blaney gave us on Sunday, and I think this package will be even more noticeable at shorter tracks. Phoenix, Martinsville, places where you have to get off the corner hard, less so at road courses like Coda and Watkins Glen, or tracks like Nashville. Number A. This is the best version of Ryan Blaney we've ever seen. The number 12 team was a mess at Phoenix. Multiple pit road mistakes. Those slow stops they're known for. Blaney had to fight through the pack not once but multiple times. He passed 49 cars, more than anyone else on the day. And the most impressive part? He was calm on the radio the entire time. Cool, collected, keeping his team together. That is leadership. Every single opportunity that came his way, Blaney took advantage of it. And to me, that is a championship-level performance. Here's why points matter more now than they have in roughly 20 years. The way playoff seeding works today. You need to be in that top 3 to 5 in points to have a real shot at the title. The regular season standings actually mean something now. Blaney not only clawed back a ton of points just by gaining positions, but the wins bonus vaulted him all the way up to second in the standings. The team needs to step up to Blaney's level, but this was a massive sign for his title hopes. And there are a lot of reasons to look at him as the favorite right now. 3, Kyle Busch and RCR are in serious trouble. Look, the past couple of seasons have already told that story. But this is a contract year for Kyle Busch, and the free agent market is shaky at best. And what did he manage at Phoenix? A 17th place finish, which honestly felt like a miracle just to see him on screen at the end of the race. Because for most of the day, his car was nowhere close to a 17th place machine. He was running 30th to 35th on pure speed alone. Tire issues made it even worse. Add in the attitude at the end of the Daytona 500. Publicly calling out his team and teammate, even the shots at Cletus McFarland. Rowdy looks like he is completely done with everything at RCR. The question is, where does he go? Spire looks like the lead candidate right now. But Daniel Suarez has started strong, though it's a long season, so who knows how that plays out. And depending on Alex Bowman's health and whether he can return to the 48 car, there could be an opening at Hendrick. Kyle Busch as a veteran stopgap for a year or two. Stranger things have happened. Number Y, Chevrolet is off the pace Ford, and Toyota had a clear edge over the Chevy camp at Phoenix. And it's not hard to figure out why. Chevy made some changes to the car this year, and just like they did back in 2018, they're having a slow start. I do expect them to find their footing as the season goes on, but right now, they're behind. Hendrick was especially off, as Larson got a top 5. But if you watched that race, you know he was not a third-place car. He was far from it. The surprise story on the Chevy side? Spire Motorsports. All 3 of their cars had top 10 speed for a big chunk of the day. Carson. Hocevar was arguably the fastest Chevrolet in the middle portion of the race, yet somehow came home 20th. At times, he was the only Chevy who could genuinely run up in the top 5 on raw speed alone. The goal for the 71 and 77 cars is clear: make the playoffs. #5 Shane Van Gisbergen is for real on ovals. This isn't just a one-race thing. SVG finished 11th at Phoenix, had top 10 speed for much of the race, and was inside the top 10 for long stretches when he wasn't getting spun around. And this tracks with the progress he made in the second half of the 2025 season as well. Right now, he sits 5th in points, 18 points above the playoff cut line. SVG doesn't need to run top 5 every week to make the playoffs. He's not chasing a championship this year. With 3 more road courses on the schedule where he's expected to dominate, he just needs consistent improvement. Instead of finishing 25th to 35th in the early ovals, if he can bring it home 15th to 20th with occasional top 10 to top 15 runs and grow from there, that's the path. Even with the spins at Phoenix, the improvement was visible to anyone watching. And if he takes the same kind of leap this year that he took from race 4 to race 26 last season, it is not unrealistic to look at SVG as a genuine top 10 points contender heading into the 2026 playoffs. #6 The NASCAR and INDYCAR crossover weekend is something special. A rising tide raises all ships, and this weekend proved it. NASCAR and INDYCAR brought back the crossover concept, similar to what they did at Indy back in 2021. The in-person crowd experience could have been handled better at the track itself. The two fan bases felt like oil and water on site, but at home and on social media, fans loved it. Fox did an excellent job weaving the two series together and building crossover appeal for viewers watching from their couches. And when you see how well it worked, you have to think this is something NASCAR, INDYCAR, and especially Fox are going to want to do again. So it'll likely fall on Fox's half of the schedule going forward. I'd look at tracks on that side of the season as the candidates: Richmond, Watkins, Glen, Texas, Nashville. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they're back at Phoenix for it next year. All right, that's what I've got. 7 things we learned at Phoenix, now that we're a month into the NASCAR season. But I want to hear from you. What were your biggest takeaways? Is it still too early to draw conclusions, or are you starting to piece the picture together? Drop it in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, leave a like, share it with a fellow NASCAR fan, and subscribe to Racecar Nation Report for daily NASCAR news and updates. We really appreciate every single one of you who supports this channel. Until next time, have a good one. Racecar Nation Report, bringing you the best NASCAR content every day.